How about this? A special edition of the Vol Report. I usually talk to Cooper Mays, but Cooper's not very fast. This next guy's fast. So I wanted to visit with him. I mean, we're talking Uber athlete right here. Dante Thornton Jr. Dante, how are you, sir?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
I'm fantastic, buddy. You're one of the guys that I'm rooting for because it felt like last season, just as kind of the game was coming to you, the injury happened. So I just want to tell you that, man. I'm excited about you and your prospects for this season.
I definitely appreciate that a lot.
Yeah. Let's talk about getting back and rolling, the off season, getting healthy again. We have an awesome shirt that you can order in the description page down below. So I want to make sure you check out the shirt and we'll get to that. But Dante, what's the off season been like? Step one, I would imagine, was just getting healthy.
Yeah, it definitely was. And I say that off season was great for me, really. Like during the season, since my injury happened, like I guess it was like 2 or 3 more games left in the season. I had that time to still interact with the team, but I was more focused on getting my body right. So that was good for me. And then the actual off season, that was great for me. Like I did a lot of rehab and stuff like that to get my foot back in shape that I needed to be in. And then once it got back to like springtime, I was able to be back full go and feel like 100%. And now I feel great.
If Dante in August 2024 could give Dante in January of 2023 some advice, because it's a lot, man. I mean, you're a young guy and suddenly you're on the other side of the country and you've transferred and it's just a lot.
Yeah.
What would you have told Dante of January 2023?
The main thing I would tell Dante in 2023 would be just to have faith in yourself and be confident in your ability and know that God had a plan for you. And no matter what happens in your life, the plan that He had written out for you was made way before anything has happened now. So just let everything play out. And if it's something that you can't control, don't control it, and just try your best to have fun with it.
Good deal. I want to bring this shirt on, but first of all, let me ask you, it's got a nickname on it.
Yeah.
So and I got to be honest with you. When I think of this nickname, I think of big dudes like Cooper. I don't think of lean, fast wide receivers. Yeah. Your nickname is Big Mac. How'd you get that?
So like through high school and like now in college, my nickname became Mac.
Okay.
And that stands for like murder any corner or competition.
Uh-huh.
And then and McDonald's my favorite food place. So I thought of just adding up the big in front of it would just be catchy for myself. And then like as NIL and stuff started going on, I felt like it would be a great connection to have. Like, okay, if I go by the name of Big Mac, and I also have a chain that says Big Mac going across it. So like that kind of connected with football stuff, and then that sparked the idea with this shirt that we have.
Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I know the owners of the local McDonald's, and I'm just going to say it's the Ferris family. They're fantastic. If anybody watching this knows, they need to reach out to Mr. Ferris because we need to do a Vol Report with Dante Thornton Jr. brought to you by McDonald's, and then you get and then a little NIL love. How about that?
Hey, that would be great.
Okay,
I'm definitely open to that.
Well, now I tell you what, who's working with you now, and we love these guys. Apex Apparel Group Design and Apex Apparel. When it comes to your company, I've got an Apex product on right here. It says Off the Hook Sports. You need to go to Apex Apparel Group Design, and they will certainly take care of you. Let me tell you how to get in touch with them. You can reach them right down below. We've got Tyler's phone number and the link. But here's the shirt that I want to pull up.
Yes, sir.
Because it is nice. If I can get that thing to come up right there. You've got the leaping one-handed catch. Talk about the design there. And that looks tight.
So to get into the design, it's just basically a picture of me in a theory of catching a one-handed pass, but it's more so it's me catching a Big Mac burger. And then I got in most of my pictures outside of like when I'm actually doing football stuff, like when I have my photo shoots and things like that, I like to wear my dark glasses, and then my big chain that says Big Mac. So if you were able to zoom in the picture, you'll be able to see like it's an image of like the chain and then me wearing the glasses, and then it got me holding a burger as I'm catching it.
Okay, now that is a pretty awesome shirt. People can order it. The link is right down below. Check it out. Apex Apparel Group Design. And if you need any sort of marketing, apparel, design, brand, market. They've got mugs, everything. Just call Tyler right down below 865-919-3001, or you can click on that link. It's in the description box. And if you mention Off the Hook Sports, you get 15% off your first order. Yeah, so that's a really awesome shirt, and I know it comes in multiple colors as well. What's it like, Dante, to have this much change in your life? Because here in the past year and a half, you're at Oregon, now you're at Tennessee. Now you
Yeah.
got t-shirts with you on them. What's this past roller coaster ride been like?
To be completely honest, it's been crazy, really, because like a lot of things that happened throughout this time, it hasn't really been anything that was like on my plans. Like I didn't have a lot of this stuff planned out. Like everything just happened in a moment. It's like just knowing that I got to adjust on the fly and keep moving. So like it's been a lot of ups and downs, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's been beneficial for me overall.
I would think so. How would you describe your performance th- this past month in preseason camp? What did you accomplish? What did you like about what you did?
Well, I feel like I had a great camp. I feel like this might have been one of my best camps my entire college career. And I say the thing that I've been focusing on the most, like this year, like the whole offseason and up until like this camp and now, was mainly just my mental game. Like I know for sure, like not to sound cocky, and I have a lot of confidence in my game on the field, my skills when it comes to catching, route running, and all that type of stuff. But I know I had to develop my mental game, knowing that like whenever ups and downs happen, I can't let that take a toll of me and have me on the emotional roller coaster throughout the games or just in life in general. So I've been really focusing on my mental game, meditating a lot, praying a lot more, just being in tune with my faith and then my own mental, just to feel like I feel like if I could do that and be mentally stable with everything, it'll make everything else work smooth.
We'll have other special guests throughout football season. So I want to encourage people to click like and subscribe. Who knows? We might have the Vol Report with Dante Thornton,
Hey man.
brought to you by McDonald's.
Yeah, I would love that.
We're working on that. But as
Definitely.
for now, I want you to be sure and check out Apex Apparel Group. They're fantastic. They will handle all of your business's needs when it comes to promotional items. So Dante, you said something earlier that kind of caught my attention. The emotional roller coaster. Had that always been something that you had dealt with, or was it more just because everything around you's changing?
I'll say it's a combination of both. Like, of course, when playing football, things change every single play. Like, you might have a good play here, come back make a big play. So like, not getting caught in that flow of all right, I'm gonna have a bad play here, I'm gonna have a good play here, a bad play here, a good play here, and just more so trying to play like even kill and stand consistent as much as I can, and trying to avoid those ups and downs.
Dante, I want to share something that Nico Iamaleava had to say about you earlier today. I don't think you've heard it yet. Have you seen the
Nah, I
broadcast?
didn't.
Okay. He said, quote, when asked about you specifically, I feel like he's more confident in the offense, got him outside and inside. So I feel like it's just more comfortable being in the offense, getting that first year under his belt, just like me getting that first year under my belt. It takes some time to get this offense really down. So I feel like Dante's looked great in the fall, in the spring. He had a great fall camp and can't wait to watch him go out there and work. Why does it take time in this offense to feel fully functional and fully comfortable?
I would say for me personally, it took like some time for me because like when I got brought here to Tennessee, I came in as a slot. And for the slot receiver in our offense, there's a lot of moving parts. Knowing like you constantly move back and forth from left side to right side of the field. It's a lot more stuff you have to know when it comes to reading across the middle of the field and like being in the middle of the field while playing. So like with me making the switch to being an outside receiver, after I already learned the slot, it made me knowing the offense. It made it being a lot more easier for me to know the offense because once I know what the slot has, I know what my job will have to be for me to accomplish that outside receiver. And I feel like it's a little bit less stuff when you play outside receiver in that offense, but at the same time, once you know how the whole offense flows, it makes it a lot more easier for you to do your job at a high level.
So do you expect to play pretty much 100% slot? I'm sorry, 100% outside this year, or you think you'll move into slot some?
Uh, I'm not 100% sure yet. I know for sure we get moved around a lot just off of our play calls alone. So even if I might not go into the game as a slot receiver, there's a high chance that we can have a play call that will end up putting me there. So I said it's a good chance I'll be playing a lot of both.
What do you like more about one position or the other? You said outside seems a little bit more easier to
Yeah.
grasp. What do you like about outside?
I'll say for me personally, playing outside is a lot more easier than me because I'm used to playing outside in space because that's what I've been playing my whole life. So like when I last year Kentucky game, that was my first game playing outside here in the offense, and like it instantly clicked for me. Like for some reason, it just feels like it's easier for me.
Good. I want to bring that shirt up again because it is fantastic. And then I got just
Appreciate
a
it.
couple more questions for you. Again, it's brought to you by Apex Apparel Group Design. All the info is in the description page right below. That shirt is available. We'll have the link there so you can get on that and support Dante as he's set to have one heck of a year. How good is this receiving group, Dante?
Man, I'll say like this might be one of like the most talented receiver groups that I've been a part of my whole college career. And the craziest thing about it to me is that it's not just like it's a bunch of older guys in the room. We have a range from seniors, juniors, redshirt sophomores. We have a large number of guys. Like we have a deep room, but like we're so talented. Whereas those like if one group, if we have, so we play three receivers most times. If those three receivers go out as starters, it's not really like they're like the best receivers in the room or like they're the showstoppers. We have enough people in that room that whereas though if the ones go in, the backups right after them gonna be just as good or even better, or the threes group is like we have so much depth in the room that it's never gonna be any drop off when someone rotates and is out of the game. And I feel like that's gonna be a big advantage for us because it's gonna be hard for teams to game plan for us because we have so many different people that can attack them at different angles.
Great stuff. Dante, let me ask you this. Why will Nico, and I know he's a redshirt freshman, but
Mhm.
why will he not play like a freshman or an underclassman? Why is he beyond that?
I would say like Nico looks at the game from a different level. Like most people feel like if you're a young guy and you have that quarterback role, it's a lot of pressure. But Nico goes out there every single day and plays like he's still playing high school. Like I feel like the biggest difference I've seen from him from the year one to this year would be like his mental in terms of like being a leader. Like he addressed himself or like he comes to the team as a total different person, not as a young guy, but you would think he'd been in college football for a long time from the way that he handles himself on the field and off the field. So I say like his leadership role has developed a lot more and it's been more seen by everybody. So I feel like his mindset towards everything makes it easy for everybody to want to play with him. And I feel like with him having confidence in himself and then everyone around him having that confidence in him, it makes him play better.
Has he ever, I mean, he seems like such a cool dude. Like and
Yeah.
I mean this is a big compliment. Like I don't want to play poker with him
Mhm.
because I can't read him. He just seems like he's
Yeah, it's you don't know when you can't really tell his ups or downs. Like he's like even kill all the time.
yeah, I don't know what he's got. I don't know if he's got four aces or if he's got a hand of garbage. I would not play poker with that guy. But I'm curious. You're one of a handful of players that said he stepped up in a leadership role. Dante, has he ever gotten in somebody's business? Has he ever had to get in somebody's face? Because as a redshirt freshman, that can be hard to do.
I would say Nico isn't like that type of person that's more of a rah-rah guy, but he's going if he feel like he needs to address something, he's going to address it head on. Like he's not going to go around any corner. So like it's times where we might have an off practice and he addressed the whole offense, or just like say with the receiver that had off practice, he after we do our whole team breaking into practice, he'll pull us all together, tell us like we got to work on whatever it is or straighten up whatever it is because he knows that we got to get things going, and we all listen to him. Like it's nothing like we can say to him because he's our quarterback and he has the right like his intentions for what he's saying is perfect for us, and we know that we need to do that.
What's your last thing? What's your favorite Nico story?
My favorite Nico story.
No, I'm kind of putting you on the spot there. So while you're
Dang.
thinking about that, I'll remind people Apex Apparel Group
Oh,
Design is absolutely fantastic. While you're thinking about that, I want to remind people this shirt right here, Off the Hook Sports, brought to you by Apex Apparel. There's nobody else that I would work with. Absolutely love them. Call Tyler. The number's right down below and mention Off the Hook Sports, and you'll get 15% off your first order. And they've got mugs, all kinds of promotional items there at Apex Apparel Group Designs. What's your favorite Nico story?
my favorite Nico story has to be like just it's not I wouldn't say it's really a story, but just the bowl game last year. He scored three his first game starting. He scored 3 touchdowns rushing. Like it was crazy to me because he scored the first one. We like okay, then he scored the second one. We like that's crazy. Now he scored 2 touchdowns running on his first game start, and then he went and scored the third one, and the whole sideline was going crazy. So I like that shows you like he's a great playmaker, and he haven't even like he's thrown a lot of passes like in his offense here, but just showing that he can do that with his feet is going to it's going to scare a lot of teams. So that's going to let us know, like, now we have a quarterback that he doesn't want to run. He's willing to throw the ball as much as possible, but knowing that he's able to run like that lets us know that we're going to have a very explosive offense. Because now teams got to worry about him running the ball and throwing the ball, so it's going to be so much to worry about.
Hey, I fibbed. I said that was going to be the last question. Can I work one more in?
Yep.
Okay. So somebody told me, I have a few sources over your way. Somebody told me that as good a shape that Brew McCoy was in last year, that he's even like more ripped, body fat percentage, super low. Like he's got abs on abs on abs. What kind of shape is that cat in?
Brew is a tank. Like in the offseason, me and Brew, like we was like trying to gain weight a lot. So like Brew was probably like 225, 223, like in the offseason. And like now he probably like 210, 215, but he's like cut up. And he just look like a tank out there. I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, it's gonna be scary. Definitely gonna be scary.
And with you on the other side, maybe Squirrel at slots and a bunch of guys in the background. It's exciting. I want to bring that shirt up again. And then if you can explain to people how you got the name Big Mac, where that came from again, because I think that's a great story and that's a great price on that shirt. And people need to order that.
Oh, yeah. So, like, the name Mac comes from, like, I actually made the name for myself in high school, but it stands for Murder Any Corner or Competition. So, I just added the big on it, and with McDonald's being my favorite food place and the Big Mac meal being my favorite, like, food item to get from there, I feel like it just made a lot of sense to have some type of design for a T-shirt like that.
Absolutely. So, what you could do, I mean, if you wanted to, you could be Big Mac and Squirrel's not as tall as you could, so he could be like Small Fry.
Hey, man. I don't know how Squirrel feel about that.
I don't think he would like that. Please don't tell him I said that.
Man.
He's Dante Thornton. I'm Dave Hooker. This was a lot of fun. Again, order that shirt down below. Apex Apparel Group Design. Thank you for setting this up. Anything else you want to add, Dante?
Nah, man. I'm just looking forward to having a great season. Thank you for having me.
That's awesome. He's Dante Thornton. I'm Dave Hooker. This has been a presentation